Right guys, I'm back. I actually wasn't gone for that long, I think. I'm here to talk about the new collection of Jovoy. I will explain to you everything. It's not that new, but it's a bit new. It's also like a new fragrance I want to talk to you about. Anyway, this is Clémence. I talk about fragrance and welcome back. This video is in collaboration with Jovoy. I mean, that's one of the brands I've been working for since the long time, and I've supported since day one. So it's so nice to actually talk about this fragrance today and to give you like a full view on the Jovoy range and what are my favorites. Jovoy is a boutique in Paris, and you also have a boutique in Mayfair in London, and that's the boutique I'm in. That's my favorite one. But I've been coming here at the beginning of my journey in niche fragrances. This is how I discovered many fragrance brands, but they also have their own collection of fragrance. Years ago, I got a discovery set and I reviewed the whole fragrances. So I was like, oh, I think this needs an update. This is actually not a huge change. The big change is just the packaging. Nothing changed in the fragrance. The juice is exactly the same. The composition is exactly the same. Actually, I talked with François Hénin, that is the director and the founder of Jovoy, and he assured me that it's the same batch. So you won't see any differences with your fragrances. So don't worry at all if you love your psychedelic or you love your rouge assassin, whatever it is, this is not going to change, don't worry. The box is different now. Do this. And then you have the fragrance, and I think it's much more on brand with Jovoy. As you can see, the colors is usually red and black, and I think it gives like a really luxurious, bougie tone to it. This is a 75 milliliters now. You know, I feel like with the previous one, I couldn't have them in my hand, whereas this one, I think 75 milliliters feels better. And I said to François as well that I love to have my fragrance in my handbag, and I feel like this, I can put it in my handbag. But before it was a bit hard to travel with it, so I think that's a nice move. Also, the cap is magnetic. The game of shadows, I would say, with the bottle. So it's black on the side, transparent in the middle, and you have also the Jovoy engraved here, which wasn't there before. The logo is here, and you have directly the name of the fragrance that is in the front, which I really like because before it was on the side. The little red print of the color inside the cabochon. If you want to try the collection, so you have so many fragrances, I will put the number right now. You're not going to be disappointed. They do discovery set. You also have a beautiful kit with all the minis of the fragrances, so you can have them in that size, which I think is a 15 milliliters. Yeah, there's some timeless fragrances which you can keep for ages, and you know that it's something that you need in your collection. You know, for example, you need a good floral, you need a good, I don't know, woodsy fragrance, but you have also fragrances that are so extravagant, and I think if you try them before, you probably know, but some fragrances are absolutely mad. Beautiful blend between natural and synthetic, but much more natural to my nose at least. It feels never flat, it's always moving, it's not linear. When I recommend something from Jovoy, I know that it's beautifully done and with a lot of passion as well from the founder, from the team. We're going to talk right now about the new fragrance, and oh my god guys, it is so stunning. Halong Bay. I've been all the way up to Cannes in the south of France to try it, and they organized like a massive party, really in the mood and in the vibe of Halong Bay that is inspired by Vietnam. It's some travel from François as well, so you can expect something that smells a bit tea-like a mango fragrance. So it's a fruity, woodsy scent. Huh? You know, nowadays you smell a lot of mango everywhere. You know, with a fruity accord in perfumery, sometimes it smells a bit crap. It smells a bit synthetic, but like too loud, you know, and too creamy. Well, I feel like this mango, I don't know how, the first time I smelled it, I was like, how did you do that? Because it feels so delicate, it really feels really natural. It doesn't feel sickly sweet, it doesn't feel too heady. So for some people that don't really like gourmand, that don't want to smell overly sweet or too fruity, this is really nicely done. A beautiful, slightly leather note as well, that gives something a little bit more character. It feels very unisex, you know, it's not this kind of overly sweet mango fragrance. Ambery, woodsy dry down. It would be something I would wear personally during the day, but because of the woodsy dry down, I think it's also sexy to wear during the night. Spontaneous but quite elegant and refined, and there's really that tea note that I can smell. Really far from all the fragrance that they created. It's really something that is very, very unique in the collection. I was not expecting that at all, to be fair. And I'm really pleasantly surprised. I never smelled something like that before. Now I'm going to give you my top 5 fragrances from Jovoy. So I've been thinking during hours because I've been wearing the fragrance for so long that there's none that I would say I really, really dislike. There's some that I wouldn't probably wear myself, but I can't like everything. I think it's normal, otherwise I would be lying to you. Top 5 is definitely Touche Finale. Mimosa romantic scent, I would say, and it smells a bit rosy as well. Powdery, but there's something very juicy and syrupy to this rose. You know, like rose is very romantic. I smell thousands of roses. Well, I feel that this one has something very syrupy, but very, very powdery with the mimosa as well. And I think it's just so beautiful. I think definitely we are leaning more feminine. It's very poetic, it's very beautiful. And it's funny, but when I smell it, I smell a lot of yellow flowers. So it smells really solar, but very, you know, it's not only you're by the sun, you know. Actually, it feels a bit like a sun. Oh, I've ate the blotter. Well, this is a fragrance that tastes good. Oh, wow. Don't do that. Next, my number 4. Oh yeah, oh my God, this one, I think I've talked to you about this fragrance since years, but I think the 4 that I'm going to talk right now, I've been intoxicating my YouTube channel with this fragrance since probably like 6 years, you know. Ambre Premier. This is your classic amber. My favorite olfactive family is ambery fragrance. It's a combination of vanilla, benzoin, resin, or frankincense, but basically it smells something mysterious. It's resinous, it's a bit balsamic. It's going to be like a bit sexy and sensual. Classic amber fragrance. It's not complicated at all. Dry spices at the start, and then after you have a hint of rose, but it's not really noticeable in there. So it's very unisex. Huh? It's slightly sugary to me, but not overly sweet. Obviously, like they never like too much this fragrance. They never go to the tacky, for example. I had the candle. Yes, they also do candles. And the candle was so strong. It was like a tiny candle. And I was like, oh, I definitely need to wear that. On my number 3, actually, this one is a pretty recent love, especially since a few months. This summer, I've been wearing that a lot. This is 21st Conduit Street. This is the address of Jovoy Mayfair. Has been created by Marie Schneider. I don't know how you say that, her name, I'm really sorry. And Ollie Marlowe. And Ollie is actually a very, very creative mind. And we also like, you know, when we do this video with Orchidea, the manager of the store, well, Ollie is here and we're filming together. So he's really like a versatile man. He knows to do a lot of things. And he created that fragrance and I think it's so gorgeous. This is for the lover of vetiver. Smell earthy, smell dry, sometimes a bit damp. And you know, it's this kind of smoky, woodsy scent. If you love your terre d'Hermès, or if you love actually any fragrance that done Hermès, you know, like citruses, dry vetiver, you're gonna adore Conduit Street. It's such a classic. There's a bit of rhubarb that gives a bit of a juicy note when you open the fragrance. Lots of citruses, obviously, it's very citrusy, very aromatic. A bit of lavender, a bit of an amaretto, almondy touch to it without being gourmand, and very woodsy. When I think about this fragrance, I think about a white shirt. I think of something like a bit quite luxury. You see what I mean? I don't like to say that, but indeed it is. One of the most beautiful vetiver I have in my collection for sure. My top 2 is something that is going to be very polarizing, but I don't care. This is my top, so I choose. Actually, something I do not wear often, but I love the fragrance so much. This makes me emotional. Actually, if you follow my channel since a while, I sometimes cried when I smelled fragrance. Well, that happened with that one as well. I think the first time I cried was like Royal Oud Creed. La Liturgie des Heures, that's my top 2. It's an ambery incense fragrance. Oh, I love it so much. It gets me emotional all the time. It smells like cypress, so you know, like this pine tree kind of vibe. It's quite dry, a lot of incense, nearly like you're in a church, full of resin, olibanum, myrrh, so it's like you're in a church. And it smells like cold stone, you know, it's heavy, but it's a cold fragrance, very cold. Fall and autumn to give that gothic, nostalgic mood, it's the best, you know, like it gives you that mood straight away. It smells super mystical. I'm not the most religious person, but I love to go to the church. I just feel very comforted. the silence, the smell of incense is really something that is touching me. It just reminds me every time I used to go to the church with my grandma when I was a kid, or light a candle for someone. So I get really emotional when I smell it, and I still think it's the most beautiful incense I've ever smelled in my whole life, for sure. So it's a difficult to wear one. It's very artistic, but oh my God, it's probably one of the most beautiful, yeah. And finally, my top one is not new to the channel because I've been talking about this for so long, and I've been emptying 1 or 2 bottles of this. Remember Me by Jovoy. The perfumer is Cécile Zaroukian. You know how good she is with her vanilla. A chai latte fragrance. It smells exactly like a chai latte to me. So you know a chai latte that smells spicy, cinnamon, milky, lactonic note, and tea note. A frangipani flower that gives the solar tropical note. It's very solar, it's very yellow floral, and you have a beautiful smooth vanilla in the background. It's comfy, it's comfortable when you're in winter and you want to feel enveloped and warm. A hint of ginger as well that is electrifying the scent, make it like a bit more vibrant. So stunning. I would recommend that to anyone. And I'm going to talk quickly about the rest of the collection because there's a lot of fragrance in this collection. That's why I really encourage you to get a discovery kit. You won't regret it. To train your nose and really smell a complete range of really edgy fragrance, but creative, qualitative, and also some timeless classic. I think you won't be disappointed with that discovery set. The sexy one, you have to try Pavillon Rouge. Whiskey, leather, ebony wood. It's a whiskey and berry. It's sexy, it's powerful. For me, it really feels masculine. Yeah, I would say like a tough man wearing that. Like, oh, you know, I don't want to put cliches, but it really makes me think of that. Timeless one, Aqua Memorabilis. A lot of aromatic, citrusy note. If you want to get refreshed after the shower, or you're looking for the ultimate gentleman scent. I said gentleman, but I think I wore it quite a lot this summer. To have like something like a fresh cologne, it's amazing. The clean one, there is Musk Palace, a hint of ocean spray and ambrette. If you want the gourmand one, probably the best seller right now, it's Fire at Will. The vanilla scent with a huge mimosa touch and sugarcane. Very powdery. It's the most comforting. You feel like a fuzzy feeling. It's beautiful. L'Art de la Guerre, that is the tough one. The fern aromatic scent with rhubarb, violet leaf. Incident diplomatique, it's a woodsy aromatic with mandarin, vetiver and patchouli. Psychedelic is one of the top bestsellers as well. It's for the lovers of patchouli, and I call it the extravagant. It's a patchouli that is unapologetic, like it's so intensely strong, so powerful. L'Arbre de la Connaissance, this is for the green lovers because it's a fig fragrance, and I feel fig really brings that fruity green note in the scent. Private label, there is papyrus, vetiver, sandalwood, bit more like a timeless fragrance, I would say here. Rouge Assassin, I actually really love Rouge Assassin. I hesitated to put it in the top, but I have to choose. Like a rose, ambrette, iris, floral, musky, powdery, done by Amélie Bourgeois. I think it's beautiful, but you can really smell more the ambrette in there. I feel something a bit animalic in that scent, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, I highly recommend you to try Halong Bay. And if you want to have a little bit more content and see François Hénin talking himself about the fragrance and the inspiration behind, please go to my Instagram. I'm sure you're gonna love it. And I've put all the links that you need in the description box. Discover more the brand, whatever you like. But yeah, I leave you in good hands. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. That would be very, very helpful. And please let me know what kind of video you would like. I will see you soon. Bye now. Viens, je t'emmène dans mon